गोकुलम गोकुले गोकुलानि इत्यादि. Uh, an example for this one would be like Vrinda, Vrindavana, let's say, shines. Shines, or you can say like Vrindavan is, yeah, shines. So now the word Vrindavana is neuter gender, Napumsakling Shabda, Brahmalinga. So Vrindavanam, that's 1.1, subject, doer, and then we'll put the Kriya, that would be something like Rajate. Vrindavanam Rajate. Because when I began studying uh, these words, especially the Brahmalinga Shabdas, 1.1 ending with so I was personally confused because earlier when we saw like Krishnam, so that was 2.1 object, and then now 1.1 is ending. So for me it was a bit confusing. So this is subject Vrindavanam Rajate, and if we want to use it as object, then let's say Ramaha uh, Vrindavanam Pashyati. Rama is saying Vrindavana. Here it is 2.1. So like that. Or you can use another example. Phalam Patati. The fruit is falling. The fruit is falling or the fruit falls. And object side, Ramaha Phalam Khadati. So here Phalam is object. So in this way, we should be clear about 1.1 and 2.1 words. Moving ahead, the next word is Hridaya, which is also a Brahma Krishna Shabda. Hridayasya hridyadushu va shirshasya shirshan vidyate. Now, one time the whole Hridaya word will be declined like Gokula. So Hridayam, Hridaye, Hridayani, Hridayam, Hridaye, Hridayani, Hridayena, Hridayabhyam, Hridayaihi, Hridayaya, Hridayabhyam, Hridayebhyah, Hridayat, Hridayabhyam, Hridayebhyah, Hridayasya, Hridayo, Hridayanam, Hridaye, Hridayo, Hridayeshu, ityadi. So one time would be like Gokula. And then the sutra says the word Hridaya is optionally replaced by Hrit when the Yadus follow. What is Yadu?
Uh, After the Pandavas, the remaining are Yadu.
Yeah, so Shasadayo Yadu Sangya, 2.3 onwards. So whenever the Yadus are following, optionally Hridaya will be replaced with Hrit, and then we will make the forms. So 2.3, let's say 3.1. Just so Hridaya is replaced with Hrit optionally, and then Ta is there. So we'll simply combine, and the form would be Hrida. Do we have any usage of Hrida in Bhagavatam? Tene Brahma Hrida Ya Adikavaye. So that Hrida is 3.1. Through the heart, by the heart. Earlier, I would consider that Hridayaya to be 4.1, like Krishnaya. But if you see, Hrida is different and Ya is different. So that is 3.1, from the heart, through the heart. So Hrida. Similarly, Hridbhyam, Hridbhihi, Hride, Hridbhyam, Hridbhya, Hridha, Hridbhyam, Hridbhya, Hridha, Hrido, Hridam, Hridi. 7.1 is Hrid, and so it is Hridi. Any usage of Hridi? I think we have usage of Hridi. Hridi avasthitaha, something. There is a usage of Hridi. In the heart. Hridoho, Hritsu. So that was the Hridaya table. Similarly, we have the word Shirsha, which means the head. So once it is declined like Gokula, optionally, when Yadus are following, Shirsha is replaced with Shirshan. Shirshan. So the Hridaya table, I'm sorry. Oh, I need to show you 2.3. I need to show you 2.3. So Hridaya optionally becomes Hrid when Shas is following. Then we have the Sutra Brahmato Jas Shaso Shi. After Brahma Shabda, Jas and Shas are replaced with Shi. So it becomes Shi. Then Sarveshwara Vaishnavante or Numshau. After Sarveshwara or Vaishnava, when Shi is following, we insert Num. Is the Rama Vaishnava? Yes, it is Vishnu Dasa Harigotrani Vaishnava. So we will insert Num. But where to insert Num? After the final Sarveshwara of the Prakriti. Ante Sarveshwara Adivarana? No. Um, Antyat? No. What was the Mitaha? What was the sutra?
सर अंत्यात सर
Ante
अंत्यात
Sarveshwarat,
सर्वेश्वरात परम मितः स्थानम.
Ante Sarveshwara Paramita Sthanam. So what is the final Sarveshwara and Hrit? The last Sarveshwara.
He.
That is Re. So we will insert Nom here. Okay, then the next rule says Avishnu Padantasya Nasya Masya Cha Vishnu Chakram Vaishnave means a Narama or Marama that is not at the end of Vishnupada, which means it is somewhere in the between of a word when we are declining. So if we have Na or Ma somewhere in the between, not at the end of a Vishnupada, it becomes Vishnu Chakra when a Vaishnava is following. Now look here, we remove the Ma indicative letters. We have Na inside a word, right? A Vishnu Padanta. And Na is followed by Vaishnava, which is the. Thus, by this rule, Na becomes a Vishnu Chakra. It becomes a Vishnu Chakra. And then again, we apply Vishnu Chakrasya Harivenu Vishnu Varge Vishnu Padantasya Tuva Sandhi. Vishnu Chakrasya Harivenu. The Vishnu Chakra becomes the Harivenu as per the following letters Varga. So, the belongs to which Varga? Ta Varga. What is the Harivenu of Ta Varga? That is Na. Tatha Tadha Na. So, again, it becomes Na. You might be thinking, oh, it was Na before, so what was the need to convert it into Vishnu Chakra and then again to Na? So there is a maxim, like a rule, meta rule in the book, which says that we apply rule wherever they're applicable, even though the result is the same or whatever. So we have to follow the process, the procedure. Thus, we simply get Hindi. Hindi 2.3. Yeah, that is the Hridaya table. And then Shirsha, once it is like Gokula, Shirsham, Shirshe, Shirshani, ityadi. And once Shirsha is replaced with Shirshan, Shirshan, did we do that sutra? Vama Satsanga Hinasyanu Ramahara Bhagavati? Have we done? I mean, you memorized it, I believe. Yeah, it is coming, it is coming. So this Shirshan, we are leaving it here. That Vama Satsanga will be required for that. So we are just leaving it here. Then you can leave Nirjara. Okay, the next word is Dadhi. Now, Iramanta Shabda. Hari Shabda, you can say Iramanta Shabda. Dadhi, yogurt. Brahmataha, Swamor Mahaharaha. 1 1. Dadhi, Su. Brahmatah Swamor Mahaharah. After a Brahma Shabda, neuter word, the Vishnu Bhakti Su and they undergo Mahahara. So we delete Su and after Brahmalinga Shabda. You might be thinking why we didn't do it previously, because previously we had a specific rule saying Brahma Krishna Tsor After Brahma Krishna, Su is replaced with So that's why we didn't do. Now it's a general rule that after Brahmalinga Shabda, we simply delete Su and Yeah, so we delete Su and we just get Dadhi, 1 1. Dadhi. For example, if I want to say the yogurt is falling, like dripping, so you simply say Dadhi Padati. Dadhi Padati. Or if you want to say Krishna is eating yogurt, then you will say, because 2.1 and 1.1, they are the same. So Krishna Dadhi Khadati. Simple. Krishna Dadhi Khadati. Now 1.2, Dadhi Au. The next sutra says, Brahme Shantan Nuk Sarveshware Natvami. The Agama Nuk. Tidagama Purva Sambandhi, Tidagama Parasambandhi. Anyhow. No, Tidagama Parasambandhi, Tidagama Purva Sambandhi. So Brahmeshanta Nuk Sarveshwar Natvami, the Agama Nuk, the insertion Nuk is inserted after Brahma Shabda that ends in Isha. Dadhi ends with Isha, right? Avarjita Sarveshwara. Avarjita, yeah, Dashavatara Isha, right? Dashavatara Isha. When we exclude Advaya from Dashavataras, then we get Isha. So E is Isha, and then we have a Vishnu Bhakti beginning with Sarveshwara, except for Am. So we insert Nuk. We have Uk as indicating letters. Now, previously, we had a rule in the Vritti. Then that Vamana Gopi Radhabhyo Nudami, that sutra, if you remember. Vamana Gopi Radhabhyo Nutami. There we had Nut. So in the Vritti there, Jiva Goswami writes, Kidagama Purva Sambandhi, Kidagama Para Sambandhi, meaning when we have any insertion pratyay with tarama as the indicatory letter, then it joins the pratyay. Like there, not the na joined the am and it became nam. And if we have any insertion pratyay having the indicatory letter ka, then it joins the prakriti. It joins the prakriti. So by this rule, dadhin plus au. Dadhin plus au. And then Radha Brahmabhyam Au E. After Brahmalinga Shabda, Au is replaced with E, Trivikrama E. And we just simply combine it. The Dhini. The Dhini. Okay. You will have to actually practice it. So if you don't practice, you will forget. Then Jas, Dadhi plus Jas, she comes by Brahmato Jas Shaso she. Then Sarveshwara, Vaishnavantayor Num Shau, we insert Num. And it joins with Dadhi. And then Nanda Dhatu Arjita Santa Satsanga Mahadapam Uddhavasya Trivikramah Krishna Sthane Buddham Vina. By that sutra, this E Uddhava becomes Trivikrama because the din ends with Na, it's Nanta. Thus, we get the Dhini. What is the difference between the 1.2 and 1.3 forms? The Trivikrama and the Vamana is. In 1.2, it is the Dhini. 1.3, it is the Dhini. Very subtle difference. The Dhini, the Dhini. Okay. And it's the same in the second case for the dhi. Um, shall I complete this Dadhi Shabda because it will take 1, 2, 3, uh, 4. 4 more sutras to complete this word. If you want, we can stop here. If you want, we can complete it as per your wish. Let's take a poll. How many of you say we should complete? Or okay, one devotee.
Yeah,
Oh,
we can complete.
wow. We have studious students. Okay, that's fine.
Bro, is there some examples of dadhini and dadhini in some sentences, like where we can say to dadhi or many dadhi?
You can actually get for Varini. Let us look in Vedas. Like a similar word. So, okay, so we have an example for Bahuvachana, the Dhini here. This is 10, 46, 44. So, yeah, the Dhini, Amanthan, many yogurt. Because, see, we can't literally say two yogurt. It's like water. We can't say two water, one water. It has to be Bahuvachana. So we have example here. Uh, they began churning the yogurt into butter. So this is an example for Bahuvachana, the Dhini, with the long E first and the second, the Vamana E at the end. Okay. Okay. So we will do until 2.3. Then 3.1. The second case is same like the first one. Same the dhini, the dhini. Then 3.1, dadhi plus ta. Now the sutra says dadhi asti sakti akshi shabdanam e ramasya an tadi sarveshware. The e, the vamana e of the words dadhi, yogurt, asti, bone, sakti, thigh, akshi, eye. So the vamana e of these words is replaced by an. When we have any Vishnu Bhakti following, beginning with the Sarveshwara from ta onwards. Because we also have Vishnu Bhakti beginning with Sarveshwara, like Shas, Au, So it says 3.1 onwards, ta onwards. So by this rule, what we do, this E is replaced with an. Okay. By this rule, the E of Dadhi gets replaced by an. Now, a Sangya Sutra. What is Krishna Sthana? First of all, anyone? What is Krishna Sthana? You just recited.
Purva
Brahma,
Varnaha. Purva Varnaha.
No.
Brahma,
Abrahma, Pandava.
Pandavaha, Chishcha, Krishna Sthane. So,
Yeah, Abrahma, Pandava, Shishcha, Krishna Sthana, Sangya. So that is Krishna Sthana. So, Krishna Sthana Sarveshwaro Bhagavad Sangya Tadhite Yascha. Any Swadi means Suoja Samoshas. So any of those pratyayas, that is not a Krishna Sthana. So any Swadi that is not a Krishna Sthana, which begins with Sarveshwara and which also begins with Sarveshwara is called Bhagavat. Now Ta, is Ta a Krishna Sthana here? No, it is not. And it also begins with the Sarveshwara. So it is considered a Bhagavat. Any pratyay which is not a Krishna Sthan and which begins with Sarveshwara is Bhagavat Sangya. Similarly, any Tadhita Pratyaya, Tadhita is the last chapter in the book. So any Tadhita Pratyaya that begins with Sarveshwara or Ya is also called a Bhagavat. That we will study later. Later meaning maybe after 2 years or 1.5 years, 2 years maybe. So So we got what is Bhagavad. Now this is also important sutra. Va ma satsanga hinasyano rama haru bhagavati natu ye inyastuva. Sutra simply says the of the un portion of a word. Like dadhan ends with un, right? Now dadhan is ending with un. So the of un of a word ending in un is deleted when a bhagavat follows, provided the un portion is not preceded by a satsanga containing va or ma. Anyhow, in dadhan we don't have a satsanga preceding dadhan. I'm sorry, un, right? It's simply the. We do not have any satsanga, so we do not consider it here. However, the of the un portion is not deleted when a tadhita pratyay beginning with ya follows, and it is only optionally deleted when e or ni follows. In simple words, when Bhagavat is following, we delete the of un of a word. So what we do? We simply delete this by this rule, and we get dadna. Dadna. I think we'll get a usage for this. Maybe. No. Anyhow. So this is Brahmana. Yeah. So dadna, then dadibhyam, dadibhihi, then dadne 4.1, dadibhyam, dadibhyah, then dadnaha 5.1, dadibhyam, dadibhyah, dadnaha, dadno, dadnam. In 7.1, we will have two forms because the sutra says optionally we will delete un when ni is following. So one we will get dadhani, and once we will get dadhni, right? Because the of un is optionally deleted. Dadnoho, dadhishu, he dadhi, he dadhi, he dadhini, he dadhini. So yes, this is the table. Okay. For we have one more sutra. Brahmano Govindo va Buddhi 8.1. Dadhi plus Su. Now the sutra says Brahmano Govindo va Buddhi. Whenever a Buddha is following 8.1 Su, the Brahmalinga Shabda optionally takes Govinda. Optionally. So once it takes Govinda, Idvaisya A, he becomes A, and then we delete Su by A O Vamanebhyo Buddhasya Darshanam. And once it remains Dadhi, and we delete Su. So He Dadhe or He Dadhi. He Dadhe, He Dadhi. I was thinking when I was studying such parts that who will call out a curd, oh yogurt, He Dadhi. But interestingly, in scriptures, we see such usages like the boiling milk is thinking. We see objects talking, thinking, persons relating to the objects. So we see usages of objects thinking, speaking, interacting with people. So yeah, we have a usage for for such sambodhanas for the objects also. Okay, that was the Dhi table. Asthi, Sakthi, and Akshi tables will also be in the same pattern. In the same pattern. And you can actually also do Vari. Vari is also same. Vari means water. Vari, Varini, Varini, Vari, Varini, Varini. Then Varina, Varibhyam, Varibhi, Varine, Varibhyam, Varibhyam, ityadi. Same, simple. You can also do Madhu, meaning honey. Pura Mant Shabda, same, nothing much. Madhu, Madhuni, Madhuni. Madhu, Madhuni, Madhuni. And Madhuna, ityadi, ityadi. So, yeah, until Madhu Shabda you can do your homework until next week. Enough, or you want to study more? Madhu. Or you can taste Madhu the whole week. We will complete this. Actually, If you just give me 3-4 more minutes, I'll complete this section. Because you have already done the sutras. Shall we or not? So 1, 2, 3. 3 more words. What do you say?
Yes, Prabhudev, we
Yes,
can.
Prabhu.
Okay. 2/3 majority wins. I don't know what Mataji. Okay. Brahmanta Trivikramasya Vamanaha. A Trivikrama at the end of Brahma becomes Vamana. Now, let's say if we have a word in Brahmalinga ending with a Trivikrama Akshara, a long vowel. For example, Vishwani. So this sutra simply says any such word, we will make the Trivikrama into Vamana, like by default in Brahmalinga. So Vishwani ending with Trivikrama E plus Su. So first of all, we make it into Vamana and then we keep on applying the rules. Nothing much. So you can see and do this. Very simple. Nothing much. Then next word is Krishna Rai, ending with I. Now I is also Trivikrama. Let me ask you a question now. What is the Vamana for Trivikrama U? Anyone?
U.
U.
Wow.
What is the Vamana for Trivikrama E?
E.
What is the Vamana for, let's say, Trivikrama Re?
Re.
What will be the Vamana for I? What do you think?
A.
No, A is also Trivikrama.
E.
No. I mean, how do you know?
No, there is no Bhavana. This is Trivikrama.
Narasya Vamana?
No, this is Trivikrama, Prabhu.
Yeah, I is Trivikrama, A is also Trivikrama. So how do we know, what to do? Because we do not have any like short companions for them. A, I, O, O. They all are Trivikramas. So the sutra says, A, I sthane, I Ramaha, O, O sthane, U Ramo, Vamana syat. So it's like I'm imposed here. The Vamana for A and I is Irama, and the Vamana for O and O is Urama. Okay, simple. So now Krishna Rai is there, plus Su. So by the previous rule, Brahmanta Trivikramasya Vamanaha, we make it into Vamana. So I becomes E, and then we keep on doing the declensions. Very simple. Then the last word, I believe, is Kartri. Kartri. We also did Kartri in Purushottam Linga. Karta, Kartaro, Kartara. And we also have Kartri here. So Kartri plus Su. So we will decline like Brahmalinga. So Kartri plus Su. Su is deleted by Brahmanta. What is that sutra? Brahmato Samur Mahara. So we get Kartri. And we simply keep on applying the same set of rules. Kartrini, Kartrini, Kartrina, Kartribhyam, ityadi, ityadi. Thus, we complete the whole Sarveshwaranta Prakaranam. Purushottam Linga, Lakshmi Linga, Brahmalinga. Next, we'll begin with Vishnu Janata. So you prepare, complete it nicely, the whole section. So next week, I'll listen the tables, kind of like oral test, you can say. And then we'll move to Vishnu Janata section. Okay.
So how come that these the words Kartri, Vishwani, and third one Krishna Rai, they are both in Purushottam as well as Brahmalinga.
Uh,
What is the meaning then in Brahmalinga?
so, if, so words like Vishwani, Krishna Rai, ityadi, Kartri, um, let's say Vishwani. In Sanskrit, the word Brahman is a neuter word. Now, Brahma, we know we call out Brahma as like supreme truth, like in scriptures. Now, if I want to say that supreme truth with who is the creator of the universe, something like that, like as an adjective, then we will have to use this form of Vishwani. Just giving an example. So in Sanskrit, even living people, living persons, they are also denoted by words which are in Brahmalinga. Again, the same thing. The gender of the name and the gender of the personality can differ. Like demigod, the demigods are masculine, Pullinga. But in Sanskrit, we have a word called Devata. So Devata is a word which is denoting the demigods. Now the personalities of demigods are male, but the word Devata is Lakshmilinga. So it's not always that the genders will be the same for the name and the name holder. They can differ. And second thing is, of course, a Brahmalinga Shabda can be used for a living person, a living entity. So we have to have all these words also. Okay, we'll stop here. So please do complete the whole thing. We have actually completed, let's say, 30, 33% of second chapter. 33 or 30, you can say 30, 30, 33. Because we still have Vishnu Jananta section, and then there is a small section on Visheshan, Vishesha, adjectives and nouns. 9 sutras only, 9 sutras. And then we have the pronouns, Krishna Namas, Sarvanamas. So 2 more parts to go. Okay. So yeah, it's good because we began in January and it's like mid-May, considering that we also skipped few weeks. So let's say we studied for 3.5, 4 months continuously. So yeah, it's a good speed. Nothing bad, like doing 2 sessions per week. So I think we're going fine. Okay, Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.